Great.
Great.
Amazing. Wonderful. Good afternoon, good evening. Wonderful, amazing entrepreneurs, high achievers. Welcome to episode number four of Real Talk with Coach Leo. So this is the space where we dissect success, fulfillment, and what it means to live a full life. And I'm incredibly excited to have today my dear friend, I can surely say my dear friend, Maria. So it's the third time, actually, Maria, we're meeting online, isn't it?
Yes, it's the first time
we're first time meeting here, but we've met, I think it's the third time. So basically I cannot have enough of Maria. That's what it is. But let me get you a fair introduction of who Maria is and why I like her so much. First of all, she is the most authentic human being I've ever seen. Whatever you see, Maria is what you get. But Maria is an entrepreneur that worked in the social media industry for more than 5 years. And considering that social media is literally 6.5 years old or whatever, that's a really, really long time. So you really have the chance to listen to someone really experienced in the industry. So eventually she became a creator herself. The experience she collected in this period of time made her realize how much power social media actually has. And I mean, is not to be joked about. And she decided to start coaching people on how to build successful businesses on social media with goals of making an impact while living a life full of purpose and having financial freedom. Wow, yeah. Maria, like living the dream. You're helping people living the dream.
Yes, that is exactly why I started, because I want to help people actually not only making money, but making money while doing something that they love and without feeling the stress of the 9 to 5 work. So
So Maria, social media, like is the hot kid on the block, everybody talking about it, everybody using it. So can you give me let's say in a flash, how has social media changed your life and how is social media changing all of our lives and why we should pay attention?
So first of all, guys, I just want to say one thing. Today I was also creating content and I had to say it because I know that people become a bit sensible regarding this. If you see that I'm bleeding or I have something here, don't worry, no one beat me up or nothing. I just beat myself very hard eating. Okay, so I just wanted to say this because I know that people get worried. Okay. Then to reply to your question, how social media impacted my life, it made it better, 100%. Now, I would say that social media, as all things, as a toxic way of using it and a very powerful one. Of course, it's up to users to understand how to use it. In my case, social media made my life better because I used it as a tool to connect with other amazing human beings all over the world. What I really love about social media is that it breaks the barriers geographically. So I spoke about this with Nate recently, our friend Nate. And I grew up that as a teen, suffering very much of feeling stuck in a small reality, everyone was behaving the same. And I wanted to meet people from all over the place, etc. And when social media started growing, and as it is now, I am finally able to do this. So, for example, my mentor is someone that lives in, like at that time, she was living in Costa Rica. I would have never met her. You know what I mean? Like I found her because scrolling on TikTok, scrolling on social media, I started seeing her. And it was actually someone that impacted my life very much. So one of the things that I love the most about social media. The other thing that I love
about breaking barriers and making the world smaller. That's what you mean. And another thing, what I heard is that if you feel like you are not in your bubble, social media helps you connect with people that really you resonate with, find your tribe, and really find a sense of belonging. Is belonging social media? Do these two things belong together? Belonging in social media?
I think it might, because at the end of the day, for how social media works nowadays, especially platform like TikTok and Instagram
Yeah.
in terms of reels,
Yeah.
it's so easy to educate the algorithm to showing you more of whatever you're more interested in. Like I was
Mhm.
seeing this even 2 days ago. I was scrolling on
Yeah.
TikTok, and usually on my TikTok, I always have coaches, life coaches, manifestation coaches, like people, success coaches. Like I have all these people always teaching, big things.
Yeah.
And I ended up in a video of a singer. I
Mm.
think it was an Adele video. She was singing in
Yeah.
an arena, and
Mhm.
I watched it because it was like I like good singing, right?
Yeah.
And then because I stopped in that video, right after I found another video of another singer, and I started seeing only singing videos for the whole night, and I didn't
Wow.
see coach videos anymore.
Mm.
So I had to then look for another coach video, stay in that to start seeing again the content that I usually see. So I
Uh-huh.
think this is also something amazing, because if you are interested in a specific topic, you can really get the algorithm to show you more of that topic in a matter
Mm.
of minutes, you know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
but this is also why it can be toxic, because if you are staying
Mm.
in the wrong type of content, then you see only the wrong type of content, and you might think what social media is bad. It's only
Yeah.
stupid, or it's only not like
Not
anti-educated.
educational. Yeah. 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 That's so interesting. So that's how social media can make you either belong or can close you up in a cell. So
Mhm.
basically, you build your own prison. What I'm hearing, you build your own kind of hole through the algorithm. So it's so interesting. So what I'm hearing is few things. I'm hearing that social media helped you connect to the people around the world. It impacted you greatly. It made you feel like you found your tribe. But what other success story can you tell us from your experience with social media?
Well, because I found my tribe, as you said, I
Yeah.
learned so much,
Mm.
because I started following these amazing people, success people, like people that talk about important achievements or
Mm.
mindset and so on, that I learned so much for free,
Mhm.
let's say,
Yeah.
consuming content. But
Hmm.
then, of course, if I have to talk about my own personal experience,
Yeah.
social media made me earn money because I built a business around that. So
Yeah.
I can also say that social media somehow saved a bit the situation in which I was 6 years ago, because I was stuck in a job that I really didn't like. And
Wow.
they called me from this influencers management agency that I didn't even know it was a thing at the time. And I said,
Hmm.
okay, not. And I started getting to know a lot of people, and I understood what my passion was at that time, until
Yeah.
I opened my own an influencer management agency. So
Hmm.
for me, social media has been positive in all aspects. Of
Okay.
course, because I've been also so close with the social media reality, I know how much fakeness, how much superficiality there
Yeah.
is in social media. I know that, but
Hmm.
because I was so into it, I learned how to discern. And now I saw, after all of the what I social media field, I saw,
Yeah.
okay, this is the power that social media have in the positive way, and I want to teach
Yeah.
people how to do that, how to achieve that. So my
Great.
whole career is based on social media.
Social media. That is, that's living the dream, because so many people I hear, they dream about it. No joke, right? So even people who have achieved so much in their life, they look at this career in social. So is there such a thing, career in social media? Can we call that? Is it the thing?
Yes, it is a
Okay.
thing, because
Yeah.
whether you decide to be a full-time content creator or an influencer, call it like when I say influencer, I mean a commercial influencer, so someone that
Yeah.
collaborates with brands, or
Mhm.
a service provider, or even what will make it
Maria?
possible. So you
Yeah.
can definitely build a career.
But like, how realistic is for, yeah, I'm here. So Maria, how realistic is this for most people? Because as any kind of career, I think what people don't understand, because it looks like you're just on your phone all day and you can be anywhere, laptop lifestyle, right? It's just it looks so glamorous. We only show the part. How realistic actually is to make it? And we can touch upon, this is real talk. Let's talk about money in the social media. Is it true? Is it real that people are dreaming about this freedom lifestyle? Is it possible to create where you can pay your bills and live a lavish lifestyle, funneled and paid by your social media career?
It is realistic. But what I need to say, I was saying this just in a content I was creating earlier too. Nothing like the law of life that are applied to offline life are true also for social media. People think that social media is a parallel universe where things are different, but no, they're not. Okay. So my point, whether you want to build a social media business or an offline business, is the same probability. Like, it's not that social media is easier in terms of building a business is always difficult. It needs not difficult, but in needs commitment. So it's always committing. It's always like hard at the beginning. You need consistency, you need self-trust, you need like exactly the same thing as you need in an offline business.
So why do we have this like illusion? Why so many people have the illusion that it's so easy and it's so magical and it's so accessible, and if only they take it seriously, it's going to be like that? Why do we have this illusion?
I think there are two levels here. The first one is the difference that there is with the offline business is that in social media you can make a business based on you as a persona. So you can come up authentically. So for example, okay, I might create content that converts. I get all my clients from social media, and I can do that. I can convert just by showing up in my house with my pillows behind me, dressed like this, and just making a video. Which other endeavor can you do this that you can't? Because you cannot be this spontaneous, you cannot be so authentic all the time. All the other jobs are a bit more staged, you know. So authenticity in social media reigns. So what attracts people is that they see, I can just show my life and make money. I can just be myself and make money. So there is a bit of this. The second thing, that the influencing industry, for what it was before, let's say the 8 years ago, made people see these models, Insta models or whatever, making a lot of money just by living their best life. When it's not exactly like that. But I understand.
Give us the juicy detail. What do you mean it's not exactly like that? We all believe that. We want to believe the dream. We want to believe that I'm just going to show up in my best light on the internet and then I'm going to make money. What do you mean? It's not possible? It takes more than that?
It is, but work is always work. So you romanticize something thinking that is easy because someone is taking.
I'm going to put it in, romanticize. So many people romanticize that this job is just going to fly. Why do we do that, Maria?
Now, I will give you an example of a collaboration that I did as a creator myself. So last summer, I did a collaboration with an airline for the whole summer. So I traveled all over Europe for the whole summer. And it was all expenses paid. Okay, it was business class with the +1, plus luxury hotels and so on. So amazing, right? But then I had to deliver content in exchange. And when you create content, you are committing, because it's not like, okay, now I'm going to the beach and I need to show I was in Zanzibar, for example. We need to show something nice in the content. So we need to plan the 5 days in Zanzibar in a way that we can create content that is engaging and so on. And when you create content, it's not exactly like, oh, I'm going to the beach and I'm going to stay like this all day. No, you start like, okay, we need to try. We need to do like this. Okay, no, let's do it differently. So you spend still a lot of time doing it. Yes, we're in Zanzibar, Yes, you are traveling for free, but you are not in the holiday mood because you still document everything and you still have to deliver a service to the business that is actually the brand that is actually sponsoring all of this for you. So
let me ask you this. So from this, are the influencers creating deliberately this illusion that so many people just say, I'm just going to buy a laptop and I'm going to be rich overnight? Where is this coming from? Is it stupidity? Is it naivete? Is it romanticizing? Where is that coming from?
I think it's a bit of romanticizing together with a bit of gatekeeping, because us as influencers, of course, like when I was doing this type of work, I couldn't say, oh my God, guys, creating content is so difficult these days. Like I would have I should have advertised like how much fun I'm having, which was true, but I was also working at the same time. And you cannot say, by the way, guys, I'm doing this only because they are paying me. So it's difficult. You know, you still have to maintain that type of, you need to make people believe that is happening organically.
So it's like the social media version of Hollywood and happy endings.
Basically, yes. But I don't think it's fake. It's just how it works. Because if you want people, like I was actually having a good time. Like when I work, even when I work in my company, in my coaching, there are hard moments, but you cannot go to your work and start complaining to your clients that, oh my God, tonight I didn't sleep enough because I was thinking about the business. Like, of course. So it's still like you need to always be a good service provider, whether you are an influencer, an actor, a coach, or a doctor, or whatever. It's normal.
So there's this level of professionalism that people are missing. So even though it looks seamless, it looks easy, it looks fantastic, it looks fabulous, there's always so what I'm trying to extract the foundation of, so the today's live, by the way, is the secrets of success, and so on social media and in life. So if we extract that, is what, taking things seriously, or is it doing the work? What would you say is one principle here that helped you become so successful as an influencer first, and then as an entrepreneur second?
I think that punctuality is always important. So you need to show people that you're a professional, no matter what you are doing. So respecting contracts, respecting deadlines, respecting guidelines, or respecting what is expected from you, like that communication with the brand. So everything needs to be very transparent, and they need to trust you. Also, I think that it's a lot of consistency, as you know, because of course, if you disappear from your social media for 1 month, you get a bit irrelevant, you know.
So it's professionalism. So I'm just writing down, because these are such, and by the way, if you guys are watching these are real tips for real life. So if I would say the secrets of social media success is professionalism. So treat it like a profession, treat it like a career, right?
Business. Like I always say this, a lot of influencers are not making the big money and are doing silly mistakes, in my opinion, because they're not taking it as a business. So because it's based on them and their lifestyle, they feel shy to demand some things from the brands, or to demand the contract to be respected. They feel like a bit like, you know, I am not an actual business, so I don't want to be like that. But you have to be like that.
You have to be like that. Yeah. So number 2 is consistency as well. So if you actually, like, what would be, people always want to know, how much do I post until I become famous? like what is the formula? Everybody wants a shortcut, Maria. What's the shortcut?
There is no formula. I cannot tell you, look, if you post 7 times a day, you will for sure but at least once a day, yes. Because as I always say, this is also part of taking yourself seriously as a business. Because if you want people to believe in you and to believe that you are there for business, you need to show them that you're there for business. And how do you do that? Posting every day. Now, let's not take this literally. That means that for 365 days, you need to post every single day. Okay, sometimes you might not post. But what I'm saying is, like, do not take force weekends off. Do not take, okay, I will post for 4 days and then 4 days off. I mean, most of the time, like out of 1 month, try to post
Yeah.
at least 25 days, like,
Okay.
because it's about planning your content. A lot of people think posting every day means creating content every day. But no, because when I create content, I create, I don't know, 12 pieces of content in one day. And then I post once a day for 12 days. So it's not draining me because I organize my work like this. And most creators do, by the way, especially.
Okay. Yeah.
So
what we see basically, professional or accounts, big accounts that we like, it's all scheduled, it's all planned, it's all professional, it's all business, it's all consistency. What else?
I think that the other important thing is that you need to put yourself first. So a lot of people in social media, and we said this many times in even our live podcast, are taking social media as a place where they have to consider, they give power to external. So this means I give power to an audience, to an algorithm, to an app, and I have to adapt and give what they want. While no, you are still a business. What you need to understand is how to deliver your message in a way that is friendly to the app and to the users of the app, let's say, but it's still you. So you need to do whatever you want to do. So you need to work on the shape rather than the topic, and a lot of people, they come to me asking me, but what is the best thing to sell in social media? Like, what niche should I pick? What is the best one? And I always say, why are you asking me what you should pick? There is no should. What do you want? What do you want? And then we make it work.
Yeah, but then that brings the big question, what do people want?
Oh, well, that's for you, life coach. That's for you. No.
That is amazing. I love it. Maria, and secrets of success. So back to money, because money is a big topic. Many people go into social media. So if you look at money and business and social media, so if you look at kind of a triangle, right? So money is here, your business is here, online, offline, and social media is here. So what I'm noticing is that many people kind of look at social media and they go, let's say they drop their business and there's this assumption that if I'm only going to go to social media, I'm going to make money, and they completely forget about their business somehow. Is it like, that's what I'm noticing. I don't know. Do you notice the same trend? People will expect to kind of show up on social media, magically make money, and they will kind of neglect or drop their real business in hopes that somehow this whole social media will
work for them.
Yeah.
Well, the problem is that, as usual, people think that social media works differently than offline life, but it doesn't. So I always say creating content is the main thing in social media. Like, if you want to have a social media, you need to create content. Otherwise, why do you have social media? But your social media is your marketing funnel. So it's a part of your business. So it's just the way you attract leads and people in and awareness. But your business foundation is the product suite that you have, is the mindset that you have, is the experience that you have. So at the end of the day, you still have to have those things offline working. And social media is just a funnel. So yes, of course, you can build a career in social media, meaning that you can get all your converting clients from social media, of course. And you, instead of doing Google ads, you just do content on social media. Instead of doing networking events and you can do lives on social media. But it's still a part of your job, of your business as owner. Because especially like me, for example, or you offer private coaching. So people at the end of the day, they need to exit social media and come to Zoom with you to do a private session. Or in my case, the membership. So they jump from the free platform, that is where I give value for free, which are my social media, to the actual membership where there is the actual trainings, like long ones in which we talk deeply about
the value.
everything.
You deliver the value.
Yes, it's like deeply.
Yeah. So what I'm hearing is that people, so I think people should drop the illusion. What I'm learning is that they should drop the illusion that this is somehow, there's still, the essence should be there. There's the essence of the business should be there, and you have to have a reason. Don't look for magic to happen on social media. Have a reason, have a direction, have a clear understanding, have a desire to create a lot of content.
Intention, very important. Because a lot of people, they start social media and they are not even sure what they're doing. You know, like I come to your social media and I'm not even sure, what are you selling me? Are you selling me a product, a service? Are you an influencer? Are you a creator? Like they are the first ones that are not completely sure of how to show up.
Well, we talked about this in our previous session, Maria. We did say that many people come just purely for attention and for being liked. And they're feeling basically a void with attention, which is empty attention, and that will never lead to anything positive, basically.
Well, I always say this. When you start anything that is monetizable, even if you start selling cookies on the street, okay, like, because I was doing this as a kid, I was selling shells. Like, okay, when I was 5 years old, instead of relaxing at the beach, I was going all day up and down the beach looking for weird shells, and then I was trying to sell them for like 50 cents at night. So I had always this
you're a pure entrepreneur. I love it.
Already like that. Okay. And I always say, even if you do that in that moment, you are still an entrepreneur, because when you are monetizing something, everything that is monetizable becomes a business, and you become the owner of that business. So you become an entrepreneur. Then, of course, you might become a big one or you might be a small one. It doesn't matter. But you have to be an entrepreneur. One of the main things that are defining an entrepreneur, a successful entrepreneur, is that is leadership. Is leadership. An entrepreneur needs to be a leader. So what do leaders do? Do they have no intention? Do they show up on social media thinking, oh, let me try something, let me see if people like me? No, they show up because they're convinced of what they're doing, and regardless then of the response that they get, they're still convinced. So that is very important, and this is what people don't understand in social media. They think they come with the people pleasing energy, the validation seeking energy, and they think that they make action of strangers define them as successful or no. Well, also because I know people that are very successful in their social media business and they don't have a lot of followers. They have less than 10,000 followers. So does do number and validation really define you?
So it's almost like you have to have that entrepreneurial pedigree in order for you to make it anywhere, on social media, in life, wherever you are. Make sure that, so it's almost back to, so social media is what is like a big mirror that projects everything that you are. So it's only reflects back, magnifies, reflects back with who you really are. And the results that you're getting is not because social media is bad or isn't working for you. It literally, it's like a massive mirror, and it shows you, it literally tells you what you're missing, what you're lacking.
Yes, but it happens if you want to make money, because in the moment you want to make money, you are doing it with an intention. It's like if you want to make money offline, I would say the same exact things to someone. It's just that I am an expert on social media. So it's just the place that is different, but the concept is the same. So I always also say, because we were talking before about the making the money, right? As an entrepreneur, I am an entrepreneur. And as you understood, I had this spirit since I was a kid, and my parents are entrepreneurs, and my grandparents, like I come from a family of entrepreneurs, okay?
Amazing.
And so the most in all my entrepreneurs family, and they're all successful ones, okay? Maybe they are not the super billionaires, but I mean, they made it in their business. They are huge, like risk takers. So this means that as an entrepreneur, you need to be brave in that sense. You need to be able to sometimes take a risk. And also they invest so much, because a lot of people, they don't understand that if you want to actually make it bigger, sometimes you
Yeah.
need to spend the
But hold on,
money.
are you telling me that it's not possible to become a millionaire by working 4 hours a week? Are you telling me that's not possible?
No,
I'm
I
being
don't.
ironic here. I'm
No.
being ironic here. But we see this, it's just like it drives me insane when I see this 4 hours a week. And I'm referring to Tim Ferriss' 4 hour work week, 4 hour work week. Is it the book that he says? I love his book. But what I'm speaking to is the enormous amount of amateurs and wannabes who promote this 4 hours a week lifestyle and become entrepreneurs. I mean, why do people fall for that? Why do people still fall for that?
Okay, so first of all, because people are ignorant. Like, okay, first of all, people look for quick fixes. Okay, everything, because listen, when you want to lose weight, you find
Yeah.
someone that tells you lose 30 kilos in 30 days. You want that, right? Because you're like, oh my God, amazing. Of course, someone with the brain and common sense and that knows a bit about health and how the body works understand that that's bullshit. Like, it will never happen. And if it happens, it's unhealthy. You will gain it back double after, okay?
Yeah.
But people in general, they want the less amount of hustle and like stress. I personally, I'm like that because I learned through my experience that when I learn things throughout time, I learn them better. I assimilate them. I really make them mine rather than the quick fix. I know that the quick fix lasts 1 month and then you have to start from the beginning again because it doesn't really fix anything. But also, I have to say that a lot of people are ignorant, and I'm not saying this as they're ignorant. I'm saying they ignore things, like they don't know how things really work. You know what I mean? Like, why would it's like when I see social media gurus telling people, you have to, if you want to go viral, you have to post at the right time with the right hashtags and with the right blah blah blah. Someone that understands social media, I understand what they mean. Like, I understand. Okay, I know what they mean because these things can help you, blah blah blah. But what they're missing is that if your content sucks, you can put all the hashtags, SEO, posting time that you want. No one will ever stay in your content because it doesn't help you. So why people are listening to them? Because it's like a quick fix. They don't know how social media works. They do it, and then they're like, why nothing happens? Like, I did all the right things. So it means, okay, it means I'm not using the right hashtags. And they keep on looking for quick fixes when the problem is that you don't know how to create content, that this is a problem. So this is why a lot of amateurs, imposters are there. Another thing that I find so funny about social media gurus is that they keep on telling you how to go viral, how to grow followers, how to grow followers. And then I'm like, and then what do I do with all those followers? Like, what are you teaching me? How to grow followers for what? Like, what is the final goal? If you are just telling me, it's like how to accumulate, I don't know, stuff, how to accumulate. Yes, and
there is this thing that we buy numbers, right? So you like, I'm looking from my perspective. You would follow someone, you like someone, you see somebody's content, and you'll go and check their number. I mean, it's vain, I know, yes, but you do look, how many followers do they have? Isn't that in itself some kind of a social status, symbol of influence? What is that?
So I think that the number there opened the door. Like, it's like for brands, for people, gives you some kind of authority to make people listen to you.
Yeah.
So, okay, this person has 100,000 followers. Let me see what they have to say.
Right,
But then,
exactly. But that is valid, right?
that is valid. But I don't think that if you don't have it, people will not listen to you. Like, I saw brands that, okay, if you approach them as an influencer with 100,000 followers, of course they will spend the time to open your profile and look at who you are, rather than someone that has 6,000 followers and it's like, what do you want? But if a brand is really interested, if you know how to approach the brand, if you know what to tell them, they will look at you anyway. So it's just a type of authority building. But then what is your content about?
But like most people, most businesses. So I'm looking for just I take my case. So I have many coaches, friends, and people who are in the service-based industry. Have clients as well. So what it is that, of course, the social media is the international, the global stage where you can market yourself, present yourself, build authority, and so on and so forth. So the thing what like I'm struggling, you said something very interesting. You said, as a leader, you don't show up on social media, you show up just like you show up in your real life. So many times, Maria, I've seen people who are in real life, incredible leaders, business owners, they lead hundreds of people. I've had clients like that. So I'm a life coach. I'm not a social media coach, but I've seen the gap. And I've seen that it's like two different people show up. So in their organization, in their business, they show up like this powerful leader. But when they show up, like everything you just said, you have to have intention. There's zero of that. It's the same person who in real life is this incredible entrepreneur. And then they come online, there's this little bunny, like, why?
Because this is two reasons why this happened. First of all, it's because it's the stage fright. It's the same thing. Like there are people that are super confident, then you put them public speaking and they will stutter. Stage fright, of course. And second is again the ignorance, because they don't know social media. They emulate what they see, so it's something new for them. They don't know how to navigate it. This is what I see most of people doing, and this is why I decided to jump into this coaching business, because I'm like, I see so much potential out there. And the only reason why people are not making the money, are not making the success in social media, is because they don't know how to do it. I was talking with one of my private coaching clients today. We worked together for a few days, like 1 week, more or less, in terms of like hours of working together. And she made a mindset shift just after days of talking, because she understood
what was the shift, Maria? What was the shift?
The shift was basically, I kept on telling her, your social media is about you. You need to stop focusing on others and what your audience wants and what these people want, and what do you think is right or wrong, and what you're doing because that influencer is superficial, that other is better. You need to do what you want. You need to do this. And we keep on talking about this, and about the fact that you need to shop on social media for yourself. You need to bring out your message. It's your authenticity. You need to be unique. You can choose a topic that is talked already about, but the way to do it, because you are a unique human and you have your own unique experience, will be unique as well. But we can't emulate others, because it is what works. Because first of all, you don't know what works, and second of all, it might not work for you. So of course you can have a general idea of what you want to do, but you cannot just copy paste what other people are doing because it's what you think it works, and so on. And then in general, I saw so much also imposter syndrome, which is something that is discussed in our previous
last episode.
And so I kept on,
So what I'm hearing, Maria, basically, so what I'm taking away from this, from the question where I see people that are super successful in life, leaders, own business owners, and then you put the camera in front of them and there's like little bunny. So what I'm hearing is, take it seriously, take a coaching course. It's nothing but the skill, but there is a learning curve. You have to understand from a professional how to show up, what kind of strategy you're going to have. You cannot just bluntly. So it's almost like social media is no longer in its infancy. It's a very powerful tool. It's it's becoming one of the most important business and marketing tools for all the businesses out there. So it's time for everyone to really take it seriously with a professional if you don't know how to do it. It is no longer acceptable not to.
I always make the example of Excel. If you work in a, you have worked with Excel before. The first time they opened Excel for me, I was doing everything manually because I had no idea how to use it, So, okay, I was using it, but I was using it like Word, like Word. When people start making me understand how formula, this and that, it actually helped my business because I could okay, this in 1 second, it was calculating the whole thing. So it's the same. It doesn't, you cannot start using a tool without knowing how to use it, because otherwise, why are you using it? It's not making your life better, simple, or whatever.
I'll tell you why. People say visibility. I'll tell you why. That's what people say. That's what the guru are saying. You need to be visible. And people are like, okay, I'm going to be visible. I'm just going to put my camera and I'll be there, right? Is this not enough? You tell me this is not enough.
You do not get visible just by showing up. Like, you need to, like, if you really want to get visible, it means that you need to make some kind of impact, and you will not do it by being like a bunny. Just because I'm doing a video today, like, I'm visible. Like, no, it actually can put your reputation even worse. Like, because as you said, right, if someone is a CEO, super leader, blah, 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 and then I go on TikTok and I saw him talking like this, I'm okay, like, why this person that is so important didn't take action, like really intentional action to make this good? And this is where I go back to the thing that I said before, that when you're an entrepreneur, you need to invest on yourself. You need to spend money to make money. It's always like that. You need to spend money. The amount of money I spent before getting to a successful place with my first business, with my creator business, with my coaching business, it's a lot. It's a lot, to be honest, like at least at the beginning.
What helped you, Maria, what helped you the most? So let's say from your investment, you invested in yourself so much. What helped, what created the biggest impact?
It was the starting part. It was the part, like in my business as an agency, it was when I produced money out of thin air to open it. Because I didn't know if it was gonna be successful or not. I was convinced it would be, but I didn't have any type of assurance. And I said, let me invest the money anyway, because I give myself opportunity to show it. A lot of people, I think we were discussing this also in a bit like last time. A lot of people, they think that spending money, like, I don't know, $100 that you can spend in a course is too much. But then how much money are you going to make from that $100? Like, what I think entrepreneurs are very able to do is seeing the value in the long run. Never look at immediate, because, okay, now $100 is it's a lot of money, but it might be that if I do this course, if I take this session, if I do this, if I go to therapy, if I whatever, next month will make 200. So it's already a return on investment. They don't understand the importance of actually sometimes taking a risk to get more back. Always. Because when I open my business, like, this is straight up story, okay? People told me it sounds like it's a movie, but it's not. I open my business, Corona, after 2 weeks, lockdown, disaster, okay? So, like, all the campaigns that I even had plans and this, they were canceled. So I was like, what in the world? Like, why this time and this timing?
Right.
And for the 3 months that we were in lockdown and I was in zero, I kept on seeding, consistency, right? I kept on, like, talking to clients, talking to this client, trying to reach out new people. I took it as a moment of, like, let me seed around, right?
Wow.
After, like, as soon as the lockdown was lifted and like the life went a bit back to a movement, okay, all seeds they came to fruition. I made $250,000 in basically 3 months. So,
Incredible.
so for 3 months, I had to, like, okay, let's hold this. Like, come on, I can do
Yeah.
it. Like other people, they would have already, like my parents were telling me, no, this is not working. Go look for a job,
Wow. So Maria, what helped you persist for 3 months straight without, when the world is trying to tear you down, where the world is trying to tell you, like what was the secret? What is the secret of success?
Well, I am a person of my word. Like I hate saying I'm gonna do something and failing in general. Like it's not that I don't like failing, but for example, if I tell you today I'm gonna give you a cookie, I am gonna give you a cookie today. Like it doesn't matter what happened because I am a person of my word. Like
So you mean that you kept the word with yourself?
Yes.
Or with other people? What do you mean?
Yes, with myself. Because I was like, I decided to open this business. Corona happened. It's not something that is related to me. It's not my fault. So I need to keep on going. So it was, and then I was believing in it. This is the point. I was believing in it so much, and I saw that it could work. So I was like, there is no reason why this will not work. There is no reason.
Wow.
No reason.
Yeah.
And
so you refused any other scenario, right? You refused anything else.
I mean, I didn't refuse it because you never know how life can be. But I decided not to go for the fear. I decided to be like, brave.
That is right there. You decide like, wow, that is incredible. How do you decide not to go for fear?
I think it always depends on the goal that you have in mind, the purpose that you have in mind. Like, okay, now I'm gonna share something that I never said in publicly, okay? But I suffered of panic attacks for like sometimes I still have them, okay? Because it's something that it's part of me. It started it 6 years ago and it still sometimes happens. When the first time it happened, like I went to the hospital, like to the like the extent, I went to the hospital. Now when they happen, I am myself calming others around me because I'm used to it, okay? I am trying to go through it, but I had a moment in my life in which to beat it because it was so bad. Like they were coming even 3 times a day while I was driving. It became dangerous for myself. I had to take medications.
Well done.
I decided I wanted to stop this because it's still like the reason why I'm having the life I'm having is just because I am drugging myself. I stopped. They came back because basically the psycho medication, they don't heal you, they help you.
They numb you. Yeah.
It's like a patch. So they are helpful if the situation is really out of control. They are helpful because you gain back your life, but then you need to face it sooner or later. When I stopped them, they came back and I was prepared. I knew they would come back.
Okay.
Like the people around me, they're like, you need to go back. Like if you have panic attacks again, you need to go back to the psycho medications. And I'm like, no. And it's terrible. Having panic attacks, it's terrible. I don't know if any of the like people in the audience have experienced it, because it's literal panic. It's literal panic. You don't think straight, so you feel in a situation of danger even if there is no danger. So it's horrible. But I am like, I'm not gonna go back to the psycho medication. I will, like, I am determined and stubborn. I need to solve this. You know what I mean? Like, I had the exact same approach with the company because I believe in myself. I know I can do it. There is a tough moment for everyone.
Maria, what part of you, because we all have many parts of us, right? We have the inner leader, we have the inner critic, we have the intuition, we have the love, we have the soul, we have the stubbornness. What is a part of you that you've befriended through this process? What is a part of you that you really struggled with? And through this process of believing in yourself, refusing to let go and say, that's what's going to happen, I'm going to do it. What part of you have you onboarded that maybe you did not like before within you?
I have always been someone that sees the good in things. Always. Maybe delusional sometimes. I am not someone that thinks that something will go bad or someone is. I always have this, maybe even childish somehow, way of thinking that every time I meet a person, I think this person will be amazing. I am like this because at some point people told me, no, but like this, you are delusional, you will get disappointed in life, you will get blah, 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 blah. But it makes me feel good because I'm not biased on how something can go. I always allow life to surprise me for the good. And this is also why I decided to do coaching, because a lot of times believing in people, like not being biased, believing in people is what makes them become better. Because yes, there are some people that might be lazy procrastinators, blah, blah, blah. But when you have someone that tells you, I think you are not a procrastinator, I think you are just going through something, we can go out of it. Having someone that tells them that instead of someone that tells them, yes, you are a procrastinator, yes, you are, can really make the change. So what I'm trying to say is that sometimes it hurt me because yes, when I was younger, I was giving too much trust maybe to the wrong people or to the wrong situations. But eventually I befriended it and I tried to make it a advantage for me.
Yeah. Wow. So it sounds like you took this super positive part of you that maybe the world is telling you, oh, don't pay attention, it's too much, it's naive. You just fully embraced it. That is incredible.
Yeah, and also at the end of the day, I think that the part of me that is innate in me, I think I was born like that, is that I do not give up. Like I refuse to give up. So until something is actually hurting me, so I understand that it's okay, this is not healthy anymore, I do not give up. Because I always think there is a new way you can do things. And we were
How
talking
about other
about
people's opinions, Maria? Do you care at all what others think of you?
No. Okay. So I do not care about what others think of me per se, because I just think people don't know enough. Okay. What I care about is when people I love, what people I love think of me, because these are the people that I care about. So, of course, sometimes this type of support, like I am able maybe to believe in a stranger, and sometimes you feel like the people that love you are not able to believe in you. So sometimes I have that limit still, but I grew up in a household that was very demanding of me. So the standards were always super high. So even if I do something amazing, if the other day I do something bad, the amazing thing has been completely forgotten.
Yeah.
That is still something.
And how did this fact of high expectation, growing up in an environment of really high expectation, how did it help you and how did it hurt you?
Well, it helped me because it made me understand the importance of accountability, which is very important. And I think that not enough people do that.
Yeah.
We were saying this in the last podcast in which you were saying that the good advice is actually saying whatever you feel, you can do it, not others. If you're like, you are projecting basically. So everything that you feel can be taken on you to change it.
Right.
So that for sure made me very accountable in that sense, very aware of, okay, this is not working in my life. It might not be my fault directly, like it's not like I am the problem, but I can change it in some ways. The bad thing of the high expectations is that sometimes you degenerate in guilt. You start feeling like I'm not enough. I am not, you start giving yourself, yeah, it's my fault. It's
Yeah.
my fault. But through the years, you learn also this.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. It's also through self-awareness, Maria. So, Maria, I have a question about success. What does success, and it's a broad, big question, but what does success mean to you?
for me, success, like I used to think it was money. I'm not gonna lie. I used to think it was money because I used to think that money can actually buy happiness. Maybe not buy happiness, but help very much. Okay.
Yeah.
I still value money for sure. But I understood that success is living the life that you want to live 360. So you cannot be super rich and then have a shitty private relationship life. That's not success, because it means that you left something behind in the process. You only focused on making the money and then you forgot on how to, or you don't have the health, or you don't have the stability, or whatever it is. I think a successful person is someone that reaches a point of peace in life. And for everyone is different. I know people that are at peace with not without being billionaires or millionaires. So I think that success is really that. Is really feeling like I am the person I wanted to be when I was a teenager. So like when I was a teenager, I was
But
thinking
how
about
about we grow and we change, right? So and I suppose that's I mean, for some people is being the person that they wish they would have been when they were 14. For others is becoming a different
no.
person.
I meant when I was 14, I was thinking when I will be 30, I will be like that. I am the person that I became the person that I was dreaming about becoming when I was in my 30s, when I was.
Did you feel successful?
I do feel successful because I feel successful as a person and I have completely trust in my capabilities. So, for example, okay, let's say even if I have a moment in which I'm not making a lot of money in this moment of my life or whatever, I had a moment in my business in which we were struggling. Like it was 2 years ago, we had a very tough moment. It was the market, but whatever. I never doubted my capabilities of doing it again.
Yeah.
So I don't let, how can I say, for me, money is something that I can make or not make based on me. It's my capabilities. It's not
beautiful
doing the day. So for me, success is someone that is resilient and can repeat what they did once.
And that is key. That is absolute key, because so many of people just stop. So they have a mistake, they have a setback, they even have a failure, and just they decide, they take the decision, either consciously or subconsciously, they decide to stop and never again. And that is, it's heartbreaking. What keeps you going, even after setbacks? Even you said you had the hard moment in your business and you may be struggling. What, again, besides the things that I wrote here, believing in yourself, believing that you can do it again, being almost delusionally positive, what else helped you push through difficult times?
I think I'm a very self-ironic person. So I never take myself too seriously. So the point is, sometimes I laugh about my bad luck or my poor choices or whatever mistake I make, and I forgive myself. And I say, I'm human, like it's normal, even too much that I did this much. I'm 30, I have 3 businesses. Like if I do something wrong once, like I can, like I am very, I try not to be hard with myself.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people are extremely harsh with themselves for no reason. Like if you are not the first cheerleader of yourself, what are you doing?
Yeah. Ooh, love that. So be your own cheerleader.
Yeah.
I love that. Maria, and just as a practical takeaway, I'm thinking about all the people who are still reluctant, still feel like social media is useless, is bad, is toxic. What would be one thing that you could that you could say to help them maybe change their mind, open their mind, open the door, open the possibility, say, let me try again? What would that be?
I would ask them, but if now you wake up with 1 million followers in your social media, would you close the page?
Probably not. But then what?
If you wake up now and you are making $20,000 per month off of your social media, would you think social media is toxic? Would you still be consistent, coherent with what you're thinking? Because it's very easy to hate from outside of the club. Like
I don't know. Hence is bad and toxic, and yeah.
Like I think that when people are hating on something, or they are trashing it, or they're just categorizing it in this is toxic. Look, it's drugs. Like it's not alcohol. Like why there are so many people that are also doing good things in social media, they are doing it because or they don't comprehend it, or they're just envious, or they had their own experience.
What if they're just fearful? What if they're just fearful? They just don't know how to do it. Like what could help them overcome that fear? Is it okay, so let me name you. Is it personal work? Is it working with the social media coach? Is it having a strategy? Is it seeing it as a business? Like which one is it?
Look, if people don't want to be on social media, there's nothing to convince them. I don't think people have to be on social media.
But if you have a business, if you have an offline business, do you have to be on social media?
I think you have to be on social media, meaning like be on social media, but it doesn't need to be something super committed. I don't think. I wouldn't waste my time convincing people on being on social media.
Okay.
Because I know that people that think that about social media are people. It's like when people tell you, let's go skydiving. No, no, I don't want. But why? It's because they're afraid. It's because I don't know what they think it's dangerous. It's because they're afraid, And I am someone, like personally, I'm someone that has always tried to beat my fears. So when I see that people are closing the doors just because for no reason, you are putting a limit. It's like when you tell people, try this, try to eat this. No. Why? Because I don't like it. Have you ever tried it? No. Like for me, this is such ignorance, but can you try it? Like, can you try it before saying I don't like it?
Yeah. I love it. So if you haven't tried it, go ahead and try it. Stop judging it, just try it. I love it. So what I'm doing is, as I'm sharing, because the topic is the secrets of success in social media and life. So I'm just collecting your phrases here and I'm going to summarize it. And I love this. Just try it. How simple and how genius is that? Just try it. And that can be applied to so many things in life.
Yeah, but try it in the right way. Like my point is, like for example, with food. If you're trying something for the first time, make sure it's made by someone that knows how to make it. Otherwise, of course, it's disgusting. Need to associate with the right people. But in general, in life, keep an open mind. Like be curious. Because for me, curiosity means that you get knowledge, and knowledge is power. I'm sorry, but it's the truth. So try it, but also try it with the right people. Do not try it with people that will make you hate it, because they're all in the wrong way that will make you hate it, because
Yeah.
otherwise it's worse.
Wow, I love it. I love it. But what would you say to people that overthink it? You know, I know people that would just go there and just, you know, like completely overthink it. How to overcome overthinking when it comes to social media?
I was the number one overthinker. Okay, like
I really were you? Because you sound like such an action taker.
I know, like 6, 7 years ago, I was such an overthinker, like for everything. I was,
Well,
you know what?
since
Sorry.
you shared that, no, I'm sorry, but I'm interrupting just because I'm making like a connection. Do you think the overthinking was connected to the fact that there was so much expectation growing up and you were afraid of making mistakes?
More or less, but not really, because I made so many mistakes growing up. Like I was the classic kid that was like going, like
So
standing up.
why were you overthinking?
I don't know. I was just like that. I don't know. Like I was someone, because I'm very rational. I think all the time, all the time. My mind.
Overthinking is generally, when I hear overthinking is fear of judgment. Were you afraid of judgment?
Overthinking is not only fear of judgment, is fear of failure as well. Like if
When
it's
you
fear.
fail other people. So maybe were you harsh on yourself? Was it self-judgment?
Yeah, I maybe yes. I was a mix of all these things, I think.
Yeah.
I
Interesting.
remember maybe because I was in a good moment in my life. Like, you know, you have to be in the
Yeah.
right situation to do
Yeah.
the sometimes.
Right.
One day I was in the shower overthinking. Okay, like, you know, when you start thinking and it's all this castle like that. And I told myself, stop. I
Wow.
allow yourself to stop overthinking, because and from there
You had
I
a
know.
moment like that in the shower? You literally had a moment like that in the shower and you told yourself, stop. You did that.
Stop.
Wow.
Stop overthinking. Like stop. Start thinking. And I start this like I start thinking about hamsters. No, you know what I mean? Like completely, I don't know. Something
So you
completely right.
already interrupted. So your pattern interrupting the negative thought.
But it wasn't forcefully negative. It was sometimes I think that overthinking makes us feel better, because makes us feel responsible. It's like
Well,
working
okay.
hard
It's like it's an excuse. So it's like, oh, you're not overthinking. You're just kind of being rational. But there's no rationality in overthinking. There's no thinking in overthinking. Overthinking is pure fear.
overthinking made us think like, oh, we are responsible. You know, we are not just
Right. Which is a lie.
about it. You know, like it makes you feel like you have to overthink everything because you need to be responsible. When I started,
yeah, you kind of it's you have a good excuse, but then it kind of stops you. So you just stopped yourself. So I love what you're saying. So your example is so powerful. So for anybody who's overthinking it right now, is like, go and take a hot shower or a walk or whatever, and just tell yourself. But Maria, what I want to ask is, like, telling yourself is one thing, but holding yourself to that promise, it's another thing. How did you do that?
Look, I reached a point in my life in which I start separating myself in 3 different people inside of my head. Okay. So I started thinking I have a very patient, rational, wise side of myself, and that is one. I have a very, like, as I told you before, positive. I only see the good, love for everyone. Let's go dancing, like playful part of me, which is actually my favorite part, because I think that life.
Dancing as well.
But it's also because I think that is the part that can really bring you to success. It's that side.
Okay, so that's
and then I have the part of all the bad things, that the negative thought, the panic attacks, the anxiety, the overthinking, that part. Okay. And when I'm having a moment of overthinking, whenever, okay, when it doesn't matter, I imagine these 3 people talking. I imagine like the wise one, like peaceful, like this, and the loving one talking to this other one like it's a kid and telling her, be good. No, nothing will happen. Like, why you're thinking like that? And the wise one instead saying, this will not happen. It doesn't make any sense. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
So it's like I created like three different people for me to comfort me. Like I
Oh, that, yeah.
myself in three different people to trust me, because it's like, okay, there is this little Maria that is like this, sometimes a bit negative, but there are the other two that will fix it.
Oh,
You know,
wow. Wow. That is so
so
powerful. So what I'm hearing is do you think that let's say the part of you which is more negative, do you think that's your inner child, or you literally see it as the sum of experiences in a child?
look, I think it could be the inner child, but it's also the traumatized one, like the one that got traumatized by all things, that you live
Yeah.
in life.
Yeah.
So not only the inner child, because it's not only someone that needs the validation and yes, I see you, I feel you, I recognize you, but it's more the one that needs to be like, calm down. Like, all is good, don't worry. So it's not a much of a feeling of validation, it's more a feeling of you are worrying for no reason.
Yeah. Yeah. It's almost like self. So what I love about that is there's a panel of sides of you. It's like board of directors, we call it. So in coaching, we actually have we call it the leader and the teammates, or you can call it the captain and the crew, or the board of directors. So you literally, how did you come to this truth?
I think that we come like necessity is the mother of all greatest ideas. I think that I reached the point, like that time in the shower when I said to myself, stop overthinking. It's just because I was fed up. Like I understood that if I kept like that, I would have become depressed, So I was like, I don't know what to do anymore. I would just stop, because I tried everything. I would just stop, Or this
I
time
love
I
the
was
simplicity. I love the simplicity. So genius.
this other time that I was dealing with the panic attacks, and when you have a panic attack, it's horrible because you start having weird thoughts of like running away, like things like this. And my like the wise part is like, what the fuck are you thinking? And the other part is like, no, we have to run away. So that was the moment in which I started separating the three Marias, let's say.
Yeah.
I know that at the end of the day, it's all the same, but it
Yeah,
was
it's but those are part of us. Those are part of us, and it's just a tremendous amount of awareness. That's what I'm noticing, and it's very, very impressive, because for most people who are dwelling, who are overthinking, who are choosing to see as a negative, it's just that part of them, the traumatized part of them is takes over, as simple as that. But then it seems like you're saying that it was necessity kind of helped you overcome that. That is incredible. That is incredible.
For me, it's like I know how to distinguish between when I'm just being negative. I know it's not reality. It's not real. It's just a moment in which I need to throw a tantrum at life and say, sometimes it's even healthy having
Yeah.
that moment of everything is bad, everything. Sometimes I need it, to make maybe a cry and blah. But I don't, seriously, this is the
So
thing.
you don't
I don't,
hold it inside. Basically, what you do, you just let it out. It's your way. You realize that this works for you. You let it out. You accept it, and then you choose to believe the part of you which is wise and joyful. That is incredible.
it's not only that I believe that, but I know that it's a moment and
Yeah.
then the positive will come out again.
Okay, I love that. Yeah.
I think, not every emotion, every feeling needs a reaction. People
Yeah.
are too reactive. They think, okay, if I'm feeling sad, I need to do something to feel better. While
Yeah.
sometimes just, okay, you feel sad for 1 hour, then will pass. You know what I mean? Like it's cycles. It's
Yeah,
every
what helped you? What, because that is what you're saying. It is so incredibly true and so incredibly valuable. The $1,000,000 question is, how did you develop that awareness of knowing that this is not that my life is bad, this is not who I am, it's just a passing feeling. That is literally it. How did you develop that?
I developed that because I always had a huge self-trust. Huge. Like I was never scared. It was always like I trust myself because I'm somehow always in control, but not as a control freak. It was that since I was a kid, I've always been very prudent and very responsible. So this means that I can be the craziest person and go to party and blah blah blah, but I never go over that limit in which I know I understand what's going on. You know what I
Okay.
mean? So I think that because I have that self-trust, I know what I'm capable of.
Yeah.
So when I start having these negative things, the panic attacks, whatever it is, I refuse to accept that this is me because I did in other situations, like I see the company I created, like whatever, the life I've impacted, whatever. And I think like that person wouldn't get over eaten by this other. It's too
Oh,
powerful other. You know what I
yeah.
mean? So
So
it's
how
normal.
did the next question is like, how did you create that amount of self-trust?
Well,
Just curious, because self-trust
it's
is a
always
big issue for so many people. Many people struggle with it a lot. Self-trust is, yeah.
I have always taken the scariest choices. This is how. Always. Always. Like
So
I've
could you
always
repeat that, Maria, because that's important. Could you please repeat that?
I've always taken the scariest choices. I always made the scariest
So you're
decisions.
proving yourself through decisions, through difficult decisions, that you can trust yourself. Is that it?
Even action sometimes. So like I was doing things like to challenge myself to see, okay, let me do the difficult thing and see how I go on it, like how I behave in it. Then I've been also responsible. So again, I was not crossing the limit of like this is naive to do, okay, but I was doing the things that were always the most difficult to do. Like I
Yeah.
came to Dubai. When I moved to Dubai, I didn't have a job. No one does that. No one comes to Dubai to find a job, especially back in the days. Like people
Yeah.
were moving to Dubai because they had a job. I
Yeah.
took my luggage and I came and I looked for a job here, and people were telling me, yeah, but this is not how you do things, but this is not the proper things to do. You should have a job before. I left the job at some point
Yeah.
because it was good for me without having another one.
Yeah.
But this is not how you do. You should leave a job only when you have another one.
What,
I've
what
always
made you? So was it intuition? Was it certainty? What was it?
it's because I always put my mental health first.
Ooh, wow.
Like I was so sad in that job that I put in the scale. Is it more important having another job, like money, safety, or my mental health? Because if I stay one day more here, I will go crazy. And without mental health, you don't go anywhere in life. I think it's important that physical health.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it was
So
I put
so what I'm hearing is always prioritizing what I'm thinking, prioritizing my trust, prioritizing my mental health, and really taking action boldly with self-belief. Wow.
yeah, yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Those are some crazy powerful. Just try it. be professional, be consistent, take risks, believe, keep the word with yourself, be positive, like even delusional if you have to, be aware. Wow, they're so interesting. And like all of them together, they've built you into who you are today and brought you the incredible success and incredible charisma and really aliveness that you're sharing today. Now, Maria, from all of these things going forward, from where you are today, with such an incredible amount of awareness and experience, looking forward the next 5 to 10 years, what is it that you want to nurture? What is one emotional skill, one trait, something that you say, this thing, if I improve this thing, if I focus on this thing, I'm going to go 10x, 100x in all areas of my life? What would that be?
I want to be more at peace. Because at the moment, okay, I'm in a good place and whatever you want, but I also feel not completely at peace yet. Like I don't feel I found my balance completely in all endeavors of life, especially in the private life. You know, in the work life maybe yes, but in the private still like a bit. Okay, I would like to have less ups and downs in that sense. But you know, something that I always said, and I was having this conversation with my sister a few months ago, I am excited of challenges. Like the fact that today I wake up and I might have a panic attack or I might have a moment of up and down in my personal life, whatever, it excites me because it makes me feel I will learn something. You know, I will learn something, you know. It's difficult in the moment you are living it, you feel like very bad, but then it's like I know that this is how I learn, this is how I improve. Especially in jobs like ours that are one-to-one with people, to make them go from point A to point B, you need to be very good. You need to be a human that is able to.
But then don't you see that this is a massive point where you drain your energy? Your energy is drained.
In terms of
all this, because you mentioned you want to grow, nurture, and develop your inner peace, and you say what interferes with your inner peace is maybe ups and downs in personal life, or you know, different challenges. So how are they correlated? Yes and no? Would you like to let go more of this?
To reach a certain point, you need to go through a process, right? And I know that the sooner I go through these processes and these shits that happen during the day, the sooner I learn and reach that point. It's like, because I think that the more you find yourself experiencing maybe a negative thing, not a negative emotion, but a negative thing like a panic attack, the more you learn how to deal with it, the more you take it in the right way, of course. But so for me, it's like, have you ever heard that video? It's very famous. It's about, if I told you that you are 99 no's away from a yes, wouldn't you run through those no's? Wouldn't you rush to take all the no's? 99 is the same. It's the same. Like, I know that if I want to reach that point, I need to go through a certain amount of shit, you know? So I'm like, let the shit happen, so I will learn.
Yeah. Wow. So is this a tactic that worked for you? I hear this is a tactic that worked for you again and again and again and again and again.
Well, I just know that if you always try to put yourself in the safe place, you learn, you reach the point slowly. And what makes me, and I saw it in my peers or other people around me, you know, I saw maybe the progress that I make in 3 months, in 1 year, and the progress that they make, they 5 years, you know, because they don't want maybe the situation, which is completely plausible and understandable. But I am just not like that, because for me, like, life is a journey. And I know that when I will reach the peace, there will be something else, you know. it's never finished, and that's the beauty of life, because otherwise I would be super bored.
So what I'm hearing, like, so then inner peace is that awareness that this is part of life. So is inner peace acceptance? How life comes with ups and downs?
I don't think inner peace is acceptance. It's just knowing who you are, where you stand, no matter what happens around you. You know, like, for example, I think I have this, but I'm still struggling with the panic attacks. I don't think that the person at peace struggles with the panic attacks, for example. So it means that there are some things of my life that are not settled yet inside of me. I know what they are. I'm not going now in details because otherwise,
Right. Yeah, you're working on it. Yeah.
yes. But I know that those things need still work on it, and I want to work on them. Because I saw what happened to people that didn't work on them.
Yeah.
So I don't think that.
What helps you, Maria? If you can just, again, for the sake of sharing, and you're in full control how much you're sharing, what helps you improve your relationship with panic attacks, and maybe what helps in general?
Acceptance. You need to let go. Like, one of the things that is the most difficult to do in panic attacks is letting them come. Like, when you know you're having one, you don't have to resist. If you resist, it's the worst thing that can happen. Like, people try to calm down, they try to breathe, they try to distract themselves. It will last forever if you do that. You have to, like, sit and tell yourself, this is a panic attack, let it come. And if you do that, so you understand you're not really in power, but you can surrender. It happens, it lasts 2 seconds, then it's fine. But it's acceptance. If every time you're scared of the panic attack to arrive because you want, like, no, now it cannot arrive now because I'm driving, because it will arrive and it will last for like 3 hours.
Wow.
So I think it's surrender.
Wow. That is incredible. Acceptance. Who knew? And most people tend to discard acceptance because they see it as too passive, maybe not impactful enough, maybe not powerful enough. So it's very, very interesting how acceptance, what I'm hearing is acceptance is the big one, but actually many people discard it as, and I fully, entirely agree with you, but many people discard it because they believe it's not as powerful, intense, intentional, and proactive.
Because I think that acceptance for some people is giving up, is synonym of giving up.
Yep.
It's like not even, it's like resigning, like, okay, there's nothing. While in my opinion, have you ever seen that, like, I saw this thing once that stuck with me forever. It's like an image of a hand holding a rope, right? The rope is so tight that the hand is all red, and then after the hand letting go of the rope, and you see the hand healed, not red anymore. That says letting go. It's better than holding on sometimes. And I think that acceptance is basically that. Like, sometimes you need to surrender, let go, accept. Like, I have panic attacks. That's it. Okay, I have it. I am telling you, I know I have them. One day I will not have them. But if I keep on, like, trying to fight them and not having them, I will not get anywhere. Because why I have panic attacks, then we can work on those reasons. But it is what it is. I had a panic attack this morning. Okay, this morning. I had the panic attack because today was like a moving day for me in terms emotionally. I stayed in the car until it went away, and then I was like, okay, fine.
Yeah.
I know it's part of my reality in this moment. I'm not saying I'm not working on it, but I know that if I keep on trying to reject them I don't want to have them, I don't want to be a person with panic attacks, I will not reach anywhere.
Wow. Yeah. So sometimes just take reality as is, work on what needs to be worked, but just accept what is. And most importantly, just try it, believe, keep the word with yourself, positivity, protect your mental health and your health in general at all costs, and be your own cheerleader.
Yeah.
Those are such incredible lessons from Maria and the secrets of success on social media and life. Would you say that these things are important for both?
Yes, I think they're important for both. And I think the one amazing thing about social media is that if you know how to be authentic and create the community that you want, somehow your community can even help you. Because, and I think you can agree with me on this, as a coach, we support, we teach, we coach very much, but I learn from my clients as well. And I think you do the same.
Very much
So
so.
feel the same. And when you have, like, sometimes it can be today I have a bad day, and then my client out of nowhere, I don't know, she did something on social media, she texts me and she's like, Maria, this is amazing, look, thank you so much, you made this for me. My my day is already better, because it's about the community you create, the impact you create. I think that social media can be powerful in that way, because it makes you, as you said before, your tribe, you know. But this is why you need to be authentic. It's like having friends at the same, it's the same, or having a boyfriend is the same. If you are not yourself, you are not going to attract the people that you want.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, the goal of social media, the goal of being successful is to really be authentic, attract who you are. You said something very important. Just try it. Don't, before you try it fully, don't try it, and try it with professionals. So don't don't go to your corner makeshift kitchen, but make sure you go to a 3-star or Michelin restaurant and try it there with professionals just like you. Maria, I'm so grateful for all this time. You've spent so much time with me today, and thank you for all these insights. Now, can you tell me a little bit about the coaching? So you mentioned that you're focusing now on the coaching. Who would want to work with you? Not that's not the right question. Is people that would want to work with you, what should they expect, and why should they ask for your help? What is some things that you help people with?
I basically help people making their social media a profitable business with the main goal of financial freedom and living your life purpose. So because we know that in social media what sells is authenticity, of course you will be living your life purpose, because you need to shop for who you are, right?
Yeah.
So even if you're selling a specific service, you still have to bring people in through your own personality, your own authenticity, which is your personal brand eventually. So this is what people can expect. But for the work that I do inside my programs is a lot of mindset work, because a lot of people, they are not reaching their goals because they have limiting beliefs. They have wrong beliefs. They have misconceptions. They are hard on themselves, and so on. So it's about talking about social media as a whole, as an industry, as a tool, and then strategy. So it's about, okay, now that we identify what you want to do and we identify what were the limiting beliefs, how do we make money out of this? So
Awesome.
I try to empower people in feeling confident about what they want to post first, like being convinced. Because if I start giving you a strategy, you need to post this, and you are not convinced on what you're posting, it will never work.
Wow.
So
being on social media, you really have to do inner work as well. And your clients are doing just that. They are improving themselves while they're creating successful businesses online and create financial freedom. That is incredible. Maria, thank you so much. As a closing question, what is it that you would like to what is it that you like to be remembered for in your business?
I would like to be remembered for someone that helped people make money, but making them also feel better as people.
So
Because I
better
feel,
businesses, better people. Better businesses, better people.
yeah, like I would like to be remembered as someone that had an impact in my life, no matter how, that improved my life. That could be money wise, it could be my mindset.
Yeah.
So yeah, or in general, look, what motivated me really, like the thing that motivated me to become a coach is unblocking people potentials. It's letting people reach their potential.
Yeah. Yeah. That is very
So
rewarding. I'm hooked up on the same drug, so of helping people unlocking potential, and I know how powerful this is. It can be absolutely life-changing for a coach as well, helping others. So, Maria, I'm sure you're going to just be an incredible coach. You are an incredible coach. You're going to grow your coaching following, and you're going to help so many people. It's so inspirational to listen to you. You're so passionate. You're so knowledgeable. You're so professional. You have so much depth, and most importantly, you care deeply. Every word you say, every single thing you share, there's so much compassion and genuine willingness to help, coupled with business acumen, entrepreneurial pedigree, knowledge of the industry. And I honestly think anybody who will work with you in the future is going to be a lucky person.
thank you so much, Leo. Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you much. Today was already an emotional day for me.
I
No, but
know. It's just that it's always a pleasure. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for investing all this, energy, time, every single time. It's such a pleasure to chat with you. Last thing, where can people find you? Where's the best place for people to follow you?
in social media, mostly TikTok and Instagram. My handle is Maria X Cisco. So if you want to talk to me directly, it's better Instagram DMs. Otherwise, if you want to have the most value for free, you go on TikTok, and it's where I post content every day.
Amazing. I'm telling you guys, you don't want to miss this powerhouse of a lady, inspirational coach, entrepreneur. I want to thank everyone who is here. Whatever you see this on Facebook, on YouTube, if you watch this on replay, please drop a comment below. We'll make sure that Maria and I, any questions on any platform, you see this, you have a question, just drop your questions and we'll make sure that addressed to me or Maria will answer them. And we'll see you guys. Thank you, Maria, again. That was incredible. I'm very inspired. I have a full list of notes that I took from you on the secrets of success for social media and life. So I'll be hanging on to this. And until next time, you guys, we'll see you in the next episode of Real Talk with Coach Leo. Have an amazing day.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.